close competition there in the first of the semifinals for the women's lightweight fours. Remember, the heavy fours for both the men and women still to come as the sun begins to peek out from behind the clouds here at Nathan Benderson Park in Sarasota, Bradenton, Florida. We're watching the B semifinal. We'll see if this is as close a race as right now an early lead coming out there from Marion Mercy Academy in lane 4 with the Holy Names in lane 3 in second place at this point. The lineup for that second semifinal for the women's lightweight fours: Los Gatos in 1, Seattle in lane 2, Holy Names in lane 3, Marion Mercy Academy in lane 4, Saugatuck in lane 5, and Miami in lane 6. And there we are looking at the stroke for that boat from Marion Mercy Academy that is out in front right now.
And Marion Mercy, they came out of the time trial with the second fastest time of that day on Thursday. But again, with only 2 seconds separating the top 5 teams going into these semis, there won't be much to separate them, I can imagine, all the way down this race course, as we just saw coming so close yet again. We keep saying it this morning, don't know who it's going to be for that second and third place spot, because it really is coming down to the line. So when you have boats across like this, staying completely focused and internal, making sure that you're taking advantage of every stroke is really sometimes the difference that is made at the very end. When it comes down to just a couple of feet over 1.25 miles, you start to wonder, was that everything we had? Did we miss this or that? What can we do? What can we improve to our next race? But right now, all I can imagine is that these athletes are just thinking, long arms push, long arms push.
Well, these young women from Marion Mercy Academy are the only entry from the academy in these youth national championships based in Marion Station, Pennsylvania. Their women's lightweight 4 qualified for these national championships, and they have a lot riding fast in the time trials. We'll see how fast they are in the second half of the race here. They have about a third of a boat advantage right now, but they have a lot of boats trying to hunt them down too, David.
And another Scholastic boat is that Marion Mercy Academy boat. So they were the fastest to the halfway point, but again, rowing a lot of 1,500-meter races. Is that going to come into play? Hopefully not. Hopefully we're going to see them push themselves into one of those middle lanes and really compete for the medals tomorrow in the A final. In lane 3, it's Holy Names, and Holy Names from Seattle. Also a Scholastic crew, and then just above them is Seattle Rowing Club. But look how close it is. The boats in lanes 5 and 6, Saugatuck and Miami. Saugatuck finished second in this event last year, Miami 5th, and Holy Names 3rd. So we have 3 boats in this semifinal that were in the A final last year, and not all 3 of those boats are sitting in a qualifying position. But you can see 5 boats with a chance as they're in this third 500. They're approaching 500 meters to go. It continues to be Marion Mercy in that lane 4 position in the black boat with the gold blades ahead, but it's getting so much closer. Look, it's almost dead level. Lanes 2 through 4, Seattle lane 2, Holy Names lane 4, Marion Mercy lane, or excuse me, Holy Names lane 3 and Marion Mercy lane 4.
That Seattle boat on the move, and we'll see how there is any response from Holy Names and Marion Mercy. In the meantime, the Saugatuck and Miami boats on the inside lanes in 5 and 6 are glued to the stern of those boats in the lead. We'll see if they have any power to come up and catch those boats, but it is moving. Well, it does look like Saugatuck's on the move here too right now.
Out there in lanes 2 and lanes 3, though, with Seattle and Holy Names right next to each other, they are starting to push into that lead that Marion Mercy has had from the very, very beginning. Those 3, as David, as you mentioned, with Holy Names being a school, it is people from the same school. That does make it a large challenge compared to some of these clubs that draw from lots of area schools. It seems like Holy Names might have made a push just a little bit. It nudged them up, but it also, again, brought with them that hull out of Seattle. Holy Names has 3 events here that they're entered in, so it speaks to the team boats. They have this light 4, they have a double, and they have a youth 8 as well. That Caitlin McLean seems to be growing that program out there in Seattle.
And it looks like Marion Mercy feeling that pressure. I think their coxswain called for a little bit extra because they have reasserted their bow ball out in front. But boy, Seattle is pushing them hard, as is the boat from Holy Names. Saugatuck on the move too, as is Miami. So 5 boats very close as they come down to the final 250 meters of this semifinal for the women's lightweight fours.
Yeah, at least 4 boats connected here. Miami might have fallen off just a little bit, but Saugatuck is right in the mix. So we've got 4 connected boats, 250 meters left in this race. It's the second semifinal of the lightweight for women. And what's going to happen here up front, it's getting even closer. Look at that boat from Saugatuck moving up, and they are now, could be one of the best finishes we have seen all morning. You're in the coxswain seat. You're telling your women what they got to do. I need a couple seats. You've got to do it now. You've got 20 strokes to the line. That's what's going on in these boats. Who's got the energy left to do it?
Marion Mercy trying to hold on to their lead, and a serious challenge happening from 3 other boats trying to capture those 3 spots in the
Oh, unbelievable. This is going to come down to a photo for all 4 of these boats. Look at these bows. Best race of the morning. Here they come. Lightweight women's 4. And who's going to take it? I don't even know.
Come on, you're so close.
And 5. Unofficially, it looks like Marion Mercy just ahead of the boat from Holy Names. We're talking, look at 100 or 10th of a second. So we're talking about maybe a foot between those 2. And then look how close it is. 0.2 of a second between Seattle and Saugatuck. Saugatuck being the one unofficially that is going to be in the B final, and they're going to remember that race for the rest of their lives and use it maybe as some motivation for next year or moving forward into college rowing. Just so difficult to come down to 0.2 of a second, but what an incredible race between 4 boats there, finishing up Miami in 5th and Los Gatos in 6th.